And so we did this write up. When was this? November 19th. This
Oh,
specific slide
forever
right
ago.
here. I know. That's kind of the sad thing about this whole idea is it's very forward thinking and creative. And I think it solves a great problem, which is that barrier to entry. There's so many people that have great ideas, but they don't have the money. They don't have the bandwidth or the time to take on a new business because it takes a lot. This provides a solution to that.
I think our first Barrio hearing was in May or June of last year. It's probably about a year ago. And despite getting a good report from the Barrio before we went to the hearing, it was pretty clear that no one could really wrap their heads around the size. I think there's a lot of anxiety about the small scale stuff right now. I think there's a lot of worry about, like, Ybor doesn't allow food trucks. And I think for some people, they look at this and
Which
they
is
say,
dumb. So dumb.
I think they're like, oh, this is too close to a food truck size wise. What if we say yes to this, what else are we going to have to say yes to? So there's like they're very protective. So, the magic number ended up being 2, and that's fine. It's a different scale, and we wanted, and eventually we want 8 of them on there. We
Right.
want the parking lot to go away and then like have Nimbles until something else gets developed there.
Ybor needs help with activation, right?
Ooh,
Like
yeah.
Ybor's been sort of one note for the past few decades. It's been a lot of pretty much entertainment. I mean, you have your cigar lounges, but it's a lot of bars, and we do need more shopping in order to make a more diverse little community. And you guys live in Ybor, right? So you've
Yeah.
Yeah.
seen
We live it every day.
we live it every day. I like the idea because you can be very quick and nimble with how you get in some activation. I mean, a parking lot that might not be developed for 5 or 10 years could have activation within what? Like if like the whole vision would be what sort of a turnaround. And like in 3 to 5 years from now, if I came to you and like, hey, I would like a Nimble shop on my parking lot, like what's the vision? Is it like a 45-day delivery? I mean, how quick could you theoretically get this done?
The components are as simple as coming to terms on a ground lease,
Yeah.
which can be, we're going to try to standardize that process. We've already made some advances in that regard.
Yeah.
But as long as we have the unit ready to go,
And that's where we want to be, is just to be able to like quickly deploy. You kind of say, all right, you've got this lot, you want to put 3 shops on it. Is it 3 retail shops? Do you want a bar? Do you want a salon? Whatever you want. And what neighborhood is it in? What do you want the outside to look like? Okay, like we pull from our inventory of like, here's the 3 shops that you get, and then we curate the tenants or they curate the tenants. But I think it's very quick. Like
So
that's
maybe even less than 45 days or 30
Oh, yeah.
days.
I think
Yeah,
And
it-
within
I-
a matter of weeks, you could pop one of these up.
the actual installation can happen, not including permitting and entitlements and things like that, but the actual installation is 2-3 days.
Whoa.
yeah, it's super
Whoa.
quick.
And so what's involved in the installation? Because you're delivering the unit, but I'm sure it has to be tied down in some way.
Right. So that depends on the type of shop that's going to be delivered. But if it's a boutique, simple retail, there's no plumbing inside. The way that we set up the shop is that it has basically 2 or 3 different ways to get its power. It can do an overhead with Tico like you see every day. You can do a back feed, which is kind of similar to a generator plug. So with that, the utility connections are very minimal. And that just leaves us basically the tie downs to the ground, which we have, depending on if we're going on a hard surface or a soft surface, different anchors to use. But
They're
that's
basically just
But in
giant
just a few
ground,
days,
ground screws.
kind of no matter how it's installed, wow.
and
It's
and
so
again,
quick.
it's not in the way of future development. If
Yeah.
Daryl Shaw comes to us, in 5 years and be like, "This has been great. I'm going to redevelop this site," we're like, "Good for you. We'll move down the street."
It's kind of the whole point.
Yeah.
It's
And-
just like it's the conversation of highest and best. Okay, we have all of these surface parking lots, and all of those landlords or all of the property owners are waiting for 2 decades.
generations.
Sure.
For a
Literally
generation
generations, yeah.
for some magical project to happen, and it'll happen, sure. But like in the meantime, we have this dirt lot. So if Nimble can be the higher and better use, we're like that interim solution. Like we know that we don't want a parking lot and we're not there. We can't build the skyscraper yet or
Sure.
whatever it is. Like let Nimble come in and be that interim development that does a whole lot of things for the neighborhood and we don't have to wait for it.
Hey guys, if you want to watch the full episode of this clip, click right here. Make sure to subscribe by clicking right here. Thank you for watching.